Hi traders, welcome to the F Trader. I'm Kay and I'm going to run through the market brief with you guys. Just to let you know, the Fed chair has spoken, as they say, on a Thursday, and the markets have reacted. I'm going to talk you guys through it. Let's just start off with gold. So gold's been in a downward trend since about here. It was doing the sideways pattern, then it broke down, came back into the sideways pattern as we remember, and then it's just been selling off. A little bit of a recovery, but it's been in a downward trend. It's broken the 1700. It's going to be very interesting if it holds below that, and if it does, that's a very bearish sign for gold, and we will be looking to take a short position to the downside. However, I have a feeling there's going to be a big battle between the 1700 range, and we will wait for more indication of which way it's going to go. I'm going to talk more about gold in a bit when we talk about the US dollar and the Fed chair, talking about inflation risks. And usually gold is a hedge against inflation. So why is the gold market going down? Well, I'll talk to you guys in a sec about that when I talk about the US dollar index. But that's where we are with gold. We're not holding any positions. We are waiting for more indication of which way it's going to go. And we'll know in the next couple of trading sessions. I'm just going to touch upon the pound dollar. Sorry, I've got a lot to go through with you guys today. So the pound dollar, the cable, we had a bit of a, let me go on a 4-hour chart actually, you'll see it better. So we had the market come down to this point. It started to recover. I was thinking of taking a long position. I didn't, thankfully. I thought this was a recovery, but thankfully I didn't. This was when the Fed chair started speaking and the dollar index started to strengthen. And I'll talk about that in a sec. And we've had a massive sell-off. But this resistance here this support line here is kept well. So if we side channel a little bit, we may take a long position and put our stop below here, especially because the pound has been strengthening over the years, over the last good couple of sessions, and we've had this massive bull run. But yeah, we wait for the next couple of trading sessions, and if we can get in and leave a good stop loss at this point, we will do that. I'll let you guys know. With the EURUSD, same couple of things happened. We started to run off and around, let me go on the 4-hour charts, it's better to see it there. So it started to break down actually before, and then we had a bit of a recovery. Again, I thought, okay, if we test around these regions, let me go on the daily. So we started to go up a bit, and then around 5 o'clock UK time when he spoke, we just had a massive sell-off. Again, it stopped around the support line. So if we see in the next trading session that we go a bit of a side channel, we get some volume coming in, I could take a position to the upside and hold it. I think they're great positions to hold, especially since these act as good support lines. With regards to the the US dollar index, I mean, look at this on the 1-hour chart. I guarantee you, it says 6 o'clock on there because I'm on European time, but 5 o'clock UK time, and you can just instantly see it. The market was expecting the Fed to do something, so there's a risk of inflation as soon as the markets start opening, once COVID starts receding and people are getting vaccinated and the economy starts opening up, and everyone's worried about inflation. The Fed's taken a very calm back seat and just going to keep printing money, not going to do anything in the short term, and they feel that the inflation is going to be very short-lived. So the stock market started to sell off. I'm actually going to show you that on the SP 500. And usually when stocks start selling, demand for dollars go up because people are selling their stocks, asking for dollars, and that's where the surge in dollar has gone up. And that's why there's been a pressure being put on gold, because it's inversely proportionately to gold. And so the stronger the dollar gets, the weaker gold gets. But it's a bit counterproductive because if we're going to get risk of inflation, surely gold should go up. Gold typically does this a lot of times. It gets sold off because usually the markets sell off very quickly. There's massive demand for the dollar. And slowly the dollar starts receding. If I just go onto a daily chart, as you can see, we've had this massive run up. This is kind of broken through resistance. If it then breaks down and it doesn't manage to break through this resistance point, we're going to see dollar come down again, and it's at that point that I feel that gold's going to surge up. So I am looking to take a long position in gold once this starts to break down. But as mentioned, we have to see that key support line of 1700, which is currently broken, but it's holding quite closely to it. I mean, we may get more selling in gold, but I'm just saying typically this is what happens with gold's movement. Over the years, I've kind of learnt, I wouldn't say mastered it. I don't want to be that full of myself in the markets, but I've kind of understood it, of how it moves. And people are just sitting there holding their head going, hold on, there's a risk of inflation. Why is gold not going up? Well, the reason is because, and I'll show you this in a second on the charts, if you look at the SP 500, we've had this massive sell-off because of the risk of inflation. I'm just going to a daily chart. You'll see it for today. There you go. We've had this massive sell-off down here, and there's been a demand for dollars, and that's what's put pressure on the gold prices. So in the next couple of trading sessions, we'll keep an eye on that and see where it goes, and look to take a position to the upside. Also, the cable and the USD against the dollar, I'm looking to take long positions in those, especially since there are good support lines. And that should, there's a couple of nice trades being set up. Just onto Bitcoin. Bitcoin's been selling off a bit in the last two sessions since the 3rd of March. I should say one session actually. We've had it break down to this 47. I did mention that if it starts hitting this 45 region around here, I'm going to a 4-hour chart. We'll see it better. I said if it starts hitting around this 45 region where there's good support, we'll look to take a small position to the upside. But I mean, we've got a little bit more to go, and I always do this. I wait for it. I really need it to reach that point, and usually it just leaves me and just starts rallying again. But I'm happy not getting involved. I don't want to take a position where I would have to risk more to put a stop loss than what I would be able to potentially gain. So I'm happy to stay out and do good money management there. Okay, so that's it. Sorry, there was a lot to cover. There is a risk of inflation. They don't feel it's big enough, so they won't be getting involved. But I do hopefully see this side channeling a bit, and hopefully if we can break out of this downward trend and sort of start hitting the 1730, I really see gold running up to the upside. But we need some good volume and some deterioration in the US dollar index. Thanks a lot. I'll do you a report tomorrow. It's Friday, so I'm guessing volume will be a bit low, and I'll speak to you guys tomorrow. Thanks.